What's going on, y'all? Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't done so already. If you'd like to donate to the channel, the cash that's to the top right corner of the video. But let's get into it, man, because I wanted to discuss this label that Akademiks was cooking up. It was reported a few days ago that Akademiks decided to start his own record label, his own label where he signs his own artists, and he said that he put in a lot of money into it. Now, all this might seem very, very random. All this might seem that it had just started, had just kicked off, but this has probably been calculated for Akademiks for a really long time. Akademiks has slowly become the person that people talk about when it comes to the hip hop media space, but now he's trying to take his shot at becoming somebody who owns a label or is somebody who's trying to run a label, whichever the case may be, considering that he doesn't consider the people signees, he considers them partners. But you know what's crazy about the people that he's signing? Apparently, all the people that he's signing are tapped in with OVO, tapped in with Drake, tapped in with the other side. We have Top Five, Pressa, and amongst other people that you can see from this story here. I'm gonna play the clip right now because this is the first time that Akademiks had actually announced his record label, Academy Records, and I'm gonna tell you why this is just not a coincidence. This is something that has been planned for a really long time.
Big act in the building, man. The Academy Records. I told you I was launching, man. Listen, I dropped a $25 million bag. I had to do it, man. The first signees to the Academy Records, the biggest demons out of Toronto. Yo.
So as you can see here, it's the Toronto Demons, and I use that very loosely. But you see, you got Top Five, you got Pressa, you got other people in the shot that are basically being signed to Akademiks, saying that he apparently, allegedly, spent $25 million for this record label to sign all of these artists. But I'm gonna tell you right now, these artists aren't people that he had just signed. These are artists that he already had partnered with a long time ago, which is the reason why you always see them in the videos. But I'm gonna let the clip play right now, and I'll get to that in a second.
Oh, yeah. Listen. Y'all artists, y'all don't have a hit song. Y'all not dripping like this. It's gonna take a while. Let me tell you this. $5 million. I signed it, put $5 million in his pocket. 5 million straight. Hey, this guy been rich. I was giving $5 million just cause. Okay? Yo, Bundog. Yo, he got that. Bundog sliding right now. He's sliding somewhere. Yo, listen. No. I had to give Bundog $5 million just for him to stop sliding. That was the only stipulation. No more sliding.
I had to pay him so he could stop sliding. I mean, Akademiks is just incriminating his artists at this point. So we're off to a good start with this record label here, I guess, right?
It's over. The Academy Records, man. Listen, when these guys drop, Big Ak is behind it, man. Listen, there's no bigger voice than me. And let me tell you this.
When these guys drop, Big Ak is behind this. So is he behind all the antics too? All the antics that they're involved in, Top Five, Press, all that. Is Akademiks behind all the antics that they're a part of as well? Because that's what I'm getting here. It's without a doubt that ever since that Top Five had gotten released, the first person that introduced them after his release was Akademiks. Now, at the time, we really thought that Akademiks was just showing us Top Five because he was Drake's henchman, Drake's goon. It was his boy that he paid his lawyer fees to get away with or to beat a body, to beat a body, basically, essentially, right? But that's not it. That's not all. Apparently, after that, Akademiks brings him on stream, and that's when we first hear a Top Five after he gets out of prison. And then all the antics with Kendrick Lamar, all the things that Top Five says about Kendrick Lamar, and all these things about the beef start coming into the live stream, start coming into fruition when he brings them on live stream, and then starts a lot of conflict. But it might not be because Akademiks just wants to show love to Drake's henchman. It appears that he's trying to show love to somebody that he signed for 40% of their music. He owns 40% of his music. Yes. So this is looking like a scheme to get Top Five the most attention out of this beef. So that way Akademiks could profit off of the sales that he makes from his music. The only problem is that Top Five doesn't really even make music. If he does make music, I haven't heard any songs. I don't know what songs he's dropped. I haven't heard anybody play any of Top Five's new music if he has any. But in a recent live stream that Akademiks had gone on with Top Five had openly admitted that Akademiks owns 40% of his music right here. So I'm gonna play the clip right now so I can show you what I mean.
Akademiks owns 40% of my music. Ask him. Stop talking to me, nigga. Akademiks owns 40% of my music. Ask him. I don't give a fuck. Partnership with Akademiks. Stupid contract because you have no fucking intelligence. Nobody ever owns 40% nothing. So why wouldn't you give Akademiks 40% of your music? 40% of your music. Stop talking to me, nigga. Akademiks owns 40% of my music.
So you can see here, this is Top 5 openly admitting that Akademiks owns 40% of his music. This is before they announced that he was going to make a record label and started off by giving all the artists 25 million. Essentially, what I'm trying to say is, right after Top 5 gets out of prison, I guess he strikes a deal with Akademiks. They strike a deal together. And this is the reason why we see Top 5 more than we regularly should. It's because Akademiks is investing all his time and money into Top 5, which is why we see all these antics of Top 5 on the internet. Nobody is promoting Top 5 more than Akademiks. Nobody is talking about Top 5 more than Akademiks or any of these artists that he signed. Nobody is talking about these artists. Nobody is mentioning these artists except for Akademiks. But now we know the main reason why he's feeding us these artists constantly with all the issues that they're talking about, whether it be going at Kendrick Lamar, whether it be at basketball games, rather it's anything to stir the pot and make some controversy to get attention towards them. It's because Akademiks wants that. Akademiks wants them to get as much as attention as they can, and he uses their platform to promote his artists. You could own a label, you could own a record label, you could sign artists, whatever the case may be. The only thing is that we're not slow at this point. We know that Akademiks is only promoting Top 5 as much as he is. We're only seeing Top 5 as much as we are because Akademiks invested all his time and money into Top 5 and all these other artists. If he did sign these artists, that's the reason why we see him on social media as much as we do now. Akademiks is trying to plant them in the media for the masses to digest, but apparently nobody wants to listen to Top 5 like that. I don't think he's planting them in a positive light. I don't even think they're putting as much music as they're supposed to for people to actually tap in and enjoy the music that you're supposed to make money off of. I think it's all antics at this point that they could get recognition from, that they could get attention from. I think Akademiks trying to make a label out of antics and out of propaganda from Top 5 and his history, as well as the cosign that he has with Drake. I think these are all things that Akademiks thinks is going to work out and thinks we're going to be tapped into. But if he signed Top 5 and he owns 40% of his music, I don't know how much money he's going to make if he's not dropping any music. I don't know how much money they're going to make if any of his artists haven't dropped anything at all. We'll wait and see what kind of music they make at the end of the day. But if you're wondering why we see a lot of Top 5, why we see a lot of these antics, it's clearly because DJ Akademiks is trying to promote his new record label by stirring up drama, by stirring up conflict. That's how he thinks he's going to get Academy Records off the ground. This is the only reason why we see Top 5 go as hard as he does, why Akademiks goes as hard as he does, is because all they're really trying to do is just promote their label. But I just thought I'd make this video just to let y'all know, just to see how y'all feel, because I always thought it was strange how Akademiks was constantly promoting Top 5. I was always thinking, why is he always share this guy? I know he's Drake's friend. I know he's Drake's henchman. I know Akademiks is cool with Drake as well. It's obvious to see why they would be cool with each other. But I never understood why exactly he's always trying to shove Top 5 down our throat. Pause. But you get the gist of it, man. It's clear as day now that he's trying to make money off of Top 5, and he's trying to promote him through the controversy, through the rap battle, through the things he says. But I think if you're going to make a record label, I think you should focus on the music and not focus on the propaganda, because once Top 5 actually drops a song, I don't think people are going to realize or notice. And I don't even think people are going to like him enough to actually listen to the music because of all the negative things that he does on the internet. But if this is how Akademiks wants to start his label off, how he wants to kick his label off, I don't think it's a good start. But essentially, this is all planned. This is all planted. So when you see Top 5 or when you see them do some antics, it's not random or it's not just because. There's some motive behind it. And I guess this Academy Records is the reason. But y'all can tell me how y'all feel about this. Y'all can tell me how y'all feel in the comments, what y'all think about this. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video, man. Peace. Keep it alleged.